Gonna go through lateral lunges here. I'll show you body weight variation first, and then we'll go through kettlebell loaded. Want to find a pretty wide stance. Generally, most people are going to be a little bit uncomfortable depending on your hip mobility. Pretty wide, definitely wider than hip width and wider than pretty much any other exercise we're going to go through. With body weight, I like to bring the arms forward to help us sit back. So we start to lunge into the side. Want to make sure that we're not coming too far forward with our knee or with your chest. Rather sinking the hips back as we come into the side lunge. So again, arms out front. We're going to keep the chest up as we come down into this lunge here. Quad getting maybe close to parallel, but finding year end range of motion here. Everybody's a little bit different with what's a healthy range of motion. So working with time, maybe to get a little bit lower, maybe just finding control through your range of motion and trying to keep the torso generally upright, sinking the hips back, driving through this whole foot on the side that we're leaning towards. And it is okay if your knee comes in front of your toes as long as we're able to still drive through the heel and keep this foot under control. So as the knee comes forward, want to make sure that we don't start to lift and come all into the toes. Rather, want to be able to keep power through that heel, drive through that throughout. Another thing too is to make sure this back leg doesn't start to kind of drift, bend, or cause the hips to sway side to side. So if we're tight in the hips a lot of times, our start to rotate, maybe our torso starts to lean as well. Generally, chest stays forward, hips stay square forward as we go through our side lunge here. For a loaded lateral lunge, similar idea. Obviously find the same stance that works for you. I like to have the kettlebell start on the side that we're going towards, but you can go counterbalance on the other side as well. So we go, same idea, sitting us upright with the torso, core is active before we start, coming into that lunge. Maybe counterbalancing here. Otherwise, same idea applies. Sinking the hips back, keeping the chest upright,